The Black community suffers from the worst health disparities. The Minister of Wellness Ministries is the only pro-Black Bible-based health ministry of its kind. We teach biblical health principles that can eradicate obesity and disease. We have everything you need to feel better than you've ever felt in your life. Act now to get your biblical health ebook and DVD, both for free. TheMinisterofWellness.com, TheMinisterofWellness.com.
Hello everyone, it's me, Demetra Kaye of the Demetra Kaye Show here on YouTube and a proud contributor of the African Diaspora News Channel and the African Diaspora News Insider. If you could please do me a favor and subscribe to all channels and like this video, I would greatly appreciate it. So on November 3rd in Bourbon, Missouri, a Black man by the name of Justin King, who was 28 years old, was shot by his neighbor, who he also thought was his friend. Now, it is said that 11:45 in the morning, Justin walked over to the man who is unnamed house and he was shot. Now, the man told the authorities there in Bourbon that Justin was trying to break into his home, and so the police went with that story. They invoked the castle doctrine, which says that a person is able to stand their ground, right? And so the neighbors there at the trailer park home says, nah, we don't believe that because we knew Justin and the man to be friends. And so the manager, who just happened, I guess, to, see what was going on, she said, I saw Justin walk to the neighbor's house and he didn't have a shirt on. He only had his pajama pants on. And she says, I never saw him enter into the home. And another neighbor says she heard the shots. And as she looked to see what was going on, she saw Justin with his hands up and says, oh, I thought we were friends. Like, basically, I can't believe you shot me type of thing. And so other neighbors in the park said they knew the man, again, who is unnamed, to carry guns with him everywhere he went. And he always talked about his guns. And they also said that he had used the N-word a couple of times. And so he was kind of a known racist, right? But Justin once told a neighbor that the man had threatened to shoot him, but I guess they had squashed the differences or whatever. And so he basically forgave the man. But unfortunately, he ended up losing his life due to the man that he thought was his friend. And so Justin's mother, Eva, is saying, I want justice for my son. I believe that the police department is going with the story of the man who shot him because he is white and that's what they do. And Justin's father, John, is saying, I don't believe it either. What could he do? He didn't have a shirt on. He just had his pajama pants on. So what kind of a threat could he have really been? Now, it should also be said that Missouri is not very good at prosecuting people for murdering Black people. Durante Martin, in earlier this year, actually in April, he was found deceased in a white man's attic, and they ruled it to be a suicide. But people are like, no, we don't believe it's a suicide because the man is a known racist as well. Durante was at a party at this man's daughter's. The daughter was throwing a party and he wasn't there at the time. So people believe that the man that owned the house actually killed Durante, but they dismissed it as a suicide. Also, another murder took place. Troy Sanders, he was an inmate in 2017 who kind of had the same thing done to him that was done to George Floyd. And they, dismissed that as a justifiable homicide, if you will, by the authorities at the jail he was housed in. So, yeah, it sounds like Missouri, once again, is letting one of their racists get away with murder. And so I think you guys should know about what happened to Justin King, and that it sounds like they are covering up for one of their fellow racists. And I hope that his family does get justice, because it doesn't sound like it was a robbery gone bad. It sounds like it was a racist getting his final wish, and that's to have Black blood on his hands. All right, y'all. So for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube. Peace.
Set of laws for those, especially in the white community. In our book, Passive Aggressive Racism in the System of White Supremacy, I take you through times in my life when I first started noticing white supremacy. We teach you how to recognize it, identify it, and also counter it in our book. This book is a beginner's course for those that are just starting to wake up and open their eyes to see the system of white supremacy. As a Black American person, you must understand this system, because this system is life or death to you. How you handle it, how you deal with it, it can affect your mental health if you don't understand this system. Pick up our book, Passive Aggressive Racism in the System of White Supremacy.